Kidd. That's his name.
Then he's not the bloke we're looking for.
Well, you must be looking for someone else.
I suppose we must be.
You look cold.
It's murder out. Have you been out?
No.
We've not long come in.
Well, come inside if you like, and have a warm. Sit down here. You can get a good warm. Come over by the fire, Mr. Sands.
No, it's all right. I'll just stretch my legs.
Why? You haven't been sitting down.
What about it?
Why don't you sit down?
Why should I?
You must be cold.
I'm not.
You must be. Bring over a chair and sit down.
I'm all right standing up.
You don't look one thing or the other standing up.
I'm quite all right, Clarissa.
Clarissa, what a pretty name.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it? My father and mother gave it to me. You know, this is a room you can sit down and feel cozy in.
It's a fair size, all right.
Why don't you sit down, Mrs.
Hud. No, thanks.
What'd you say?
When?
What'd you say the name was?
Hud.
That's it. So you're the wife of the bloke you mentioned then?
No, she isn't. That was Mr. Kidd.
Was it? I thought it was Hud.
No, it was Kidd. Wasn't it, Mrs. Hud?
That's right, the landlord.
No, not the landlord. The other man.
Well, that's his name. He's the landlord.
Who?
Mr. Kidd.
Is he?
Maybe there are two landlords.
That'll be the day.
What did you say?
I said that'll be the day. But he does live here, doesn't he?
What's it like out?
It's very dark out.
No darker than in.
He's right there.
Darker in than out, for my money.
There's not much light in this place, is there, Mrs. Hud? Do you know, this is the first bit of light we've seen since we came in.
The first crack.
Now I come to think of it, I saw a star.
You saw what?
Well, I think I did.
You think you saw what?
A star.
Where?
In the sky.
When?
As we were coming along.
Go on.
What do you mean?
You didn't see a star.
Why not?
Because I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you didn't see a star.
I hope it's not too dark out. I hope it's not too icy. My husband's in his van. He doesn't drive slow either. He never drives slow.
Well, he's taking a big chance tonight, then.
What?
Well, I mean, it would be a bit dodgy driving tonight.
He's a very good driver. How long have you been here?
I don't know. How long have we been here, Toddy?
About half an hour.
Longer than that. Much longer.
About 35 minutes.
Well, I think you'll find Mr. Kidd about somewhere.
He lives here, does he?
Of course he lives here.
And you say he's the landlord, is he?
Of course he is.
Then say I wanted to get hold of him. Where do I find him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I don't know.
You don't know exactly where he hangs out.
No, not exactly.
This is a very big house, Toddy.
Yes, I know it is. But Mrs. Hud seems to know Mr. Kidd very well.
No, I wouldn't say that. As a matter of fact, I don't know him at all. We're very quiet. We keep ourselves to ourselves. I never interfere. I mean, why should I? We've got our room. We don't bother anyone else. That's the way it should be.
It's a nice house, isn't it? Roomy.
I don't know about the house. We're all right, but I wouldn't mind betting there's lots wrong with this house. I think there's a lot of damp.
Yes, I felt a bit of damp when we were in the basement just now.
You were in the basement?
Yes, we went down there when we came in.
Why?
We were looking for the landlord.
What's it like down there?
Can't see a thing.
Why not?
There isn't any light.
You said it was damp.
I felt a bit, didn't you, Todd?
Why? Haven't you been down there, Mrs. Hudd?
Oh, yes. Once, a long time ago.
Well, then, you know what it's like then, don't you?
It was a long time ago.
You haven't been here all that long, have you?
I was just wondering whether anyone lives down there now.
A man.
A man.
There was a bloke down there, all right.
You're sitting down.
Who is?
You were.
Don't be silly, I'm perched.
I saw you sitting down.
You didn't see me sit down because I didn't bloody well sit down. I'm perched.
Do you think I can't perceive when someone's sitting down?
Perceive? It's all you do, perceive.
You could do with a bit more of that instead of all that tripe you get up to.
You don't mind some of that tripe.
You take after your uncle. That's who you take after.
And who'd you take after?
I didn't bring you into the world.
You didn't what?
I said I didn't bring you into the world.
Then that's what I want to know. You did. Bloody well did bring me into this world.
You say you saw a man downstairs in the basement?
Yes, Mrs. Hudd. You see, the thing is, Mrs. Hudd, we'd heard they got a room to let here. So we thought we'd come along and have a look. Because we're looking for a place, you see. Somewhere quiet. And we knew this district was quiet. And we passed the house a few months ago and we thought it looked very nice. But we thought we'd call of an evening to catch the landlord. So we came along this evening. Anyway, when we got here, we walked in the front door and it was very dark in the hall. There wasn't anyone about. So we went down to the basement. Well, we got down there only due to Toddy having such good eyesight, really. Between you and me, I didn't like the look of it much. I mean, the feel. We couldn't make much out. So I stopped. And Toddy stopped. And then this voice came. It said, well, it gave me a bit of a fright. But someone asked if he could do anything for us. So Todd said we were looking for the landlord. And this man said the landlord would be upstairs. Then Todd asked if there was a room vacant. And this man, this voice really, said yes, there was a room vacant. He was very polite, I thought. But we never saw him. Anyway, we got out then, and we came up, and we went to the top of the house. I don't know whether it was the top. There was a door locked on the stairs, so there might have been another floor.